tell me a little bit about your writing and I mean yourself and your writing? That'd be great place to start.
Okay. So about myself, I have lived in Michigan, pretty much my whole life. I went to college in California, small Catholic college, came back here, and I started writing my first book about 3 years ago now, a little over 3 years ago, Summer at Fraser's Mill, which that is my debut novel. And
Awesome.
it has been such an exciting process, like learning how to actually write a book. I had wanted to growing up, but I had no idea like where to start or who to get advice from. And so one thing that really helped me with that was this book called Save the Cat Writes a Novel,
Yes.
which talked about plotting books. So I read that and I was like, this actually makes sense. So then I started writing the novel that would become Summer at Fraser's Mill.
I
And
love
I had
that.
lots and lots of help. Ah, thank you. Yeah, my community and the people around me were just very kind and supportive of that whole process. And my editor, Amber Lambda, is fantastic.
And you know, that
uh,
is one thing I feel like for a book, I feel like there's a lot of people that go into helping. So like how you said that your community and your
mhm,
family, your friends, like I feel like there's such this, writing is so solitary. You're doing it by yourself.
mhm.
But like with this at least, then you're like when the book comes out or you're having people read it, it's like it becomes this bigger thing, where it's not just
Mhm.
you and your characters, but also other people.
Yeah, that's one thing I've really loved about the Instagram community, like meeting other authors and
Yes.
bookstagrammers. It's been really great getting to know all of these people.
Right. Yes, I completely agree with you. It's been great. Did you bring a lot of Michigan into it?
I did. The book is set in a fictional small Michigan town.
I love
Um,
that.
it's just it's supposed to be about halfway between Manistee and Cadillac. So I know the area pretty well. My
Yeah.
family goes up there um like on vacation and stuff. And I love small town Michigan. And so I brought in lots of stuff about our weather and like the sort of little communities that we have.
Oh,
And
cool.
so that it was very fun to get to do that and kind of
Oh,
pay tribute to
totally.
my home state.
I love that. I love that. And so what are other some like for some people that might not be from Michigan or the Midwest, what are some things that you kind of pulled in that, like with the culture, with like our mannerisms and how we speak and some of that kind of stuff too? What are some things that you found that you brought into that?
Well, one of them is something that some of my friends who live outside the Midwest have told me about, and I didn't really realize it was a thing until they mentioned it. But Midwesterners tend to be really, really friendly to like random people. It's like you're at the grocery store and people will just come and talk to you. And I thought this was just a normal thing. I grew up with it, but
Yeah.
apparently that doesn't happen everywhere. And
That's
so that was something that I tried to pull in a lot of like the friendly interactions between just like random people in towns.
yeah.
Um and I brought in the Michigan weather a lot because that's
Okay.
something that is a big deal around here. It can be like summer one day and winter the next day. It is bizarre how our
That is so
temperatures
funny.
and humidity and everything fluctuate. Like right right now it's 94 degrees and I'm outside, but
Nice and
um
warm out.
anyway,
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Um
And so what area of Michigan are you in?
I am in Southwest Michigan, which is Kalamazoo area.
Okay.
So significantly south of where I set my book.
Okay. Very cool. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you were to think about your two main characters in Summer at Fraser's Mill, what would you say if they were to go on a road trip? What, where would they go?
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like they would probably go up to the Upper Peninsula
Oh, cool.
of
Yep.
Michigan.
Okay.
And they might go to like an old car festival because Doc, my mailman character, really, really likes old cars,
Oh,
and
cool.
Grace really likes history. So
Right.
I feel like they would both bond over that.
Yep.
And that would be just a fun road trip for them.
Oh, cool. I love that. And then so for this road trip, we all need a good snack or drinks or whatnot for the road trip. What snacks and drinks would they bring with them to the Upper
I
Peninsula?
love this. Um, I feel like, well, they would probably bring homemade cookies and or apple crisp because Grace loves
Ooh.
baking and those are two of her specialties. So I think they do that. And Doc does not cook. He might bring cans of soup.
Love
So
that. Oh my gosh, I
yeah.
can't wait to read this. So now, if you were to go on a road trip, what is one book that you would love to bring with you? Like maybe it's something you've read
Ooh.
that you absolutely
Mhm.
adore and you keep returning to it over the years.
Oh, that is a really tough question.
Yeah.
I think off the top of my head, probably my first one would be The Lord of the Rings, because
Ha.
that is also it's a big journey. I love that story. There's
Oh,
plenty of books to keep me going throughout however long my road trip is, and I just love it. I always
I
return to Lord of the Rings.
okay, and for you, when you're writing, what comes first, the characters or the plot?
The characters.
No,
I usually I have kind of an idea of who I want my main guy and girl to be, and
cool.
probably like a bit of the setting. Like I know where they are and what
Yeah.
time period it is, but it's hard to come up with plots for me. So the characters and their motivations come first, and then I have to kind of brainstorm. Okay, what would these characters be doing? What do they want? How can I keep them from getting it right away?
Yeah.
And then the plot kind of takes shape.
I love that. Yes, I'm the same way. I get the characters and then I'm like, okay, now I need to figure out the actual plot and the story and everything.
Yeah,
And so are you working on a second book right now?
I am. It
Okay.
is called Hannah Fraser's Autumn, and the main character, Hannah Fraser, is a side character in my first book.
Okay.
Yes, people will recognize lots of familiar faces from Summer at Fraser's Mill, and
Okay.
I am planning to publish it sometime in the fall, probably later fall, October or November. So I am in the later editing stages of
Oh
that second book
my.
right
That is so exciting. So, do you know how long this and are they kind of like standalone series? It's that what it's going to be? Cool.
Yes, they are standalones. They can be read in any order, but they take place in the same small town.
I love it. So, do you know about how many books you'll have in this standalone series, or is it going to be kind of as you go?
Um, right now it's kind of as I go. I have an idea for a third one, and I've written parts of it, but I I'm not sure exactly what direction it's going to take. And I
Okay.
have also done the first draft of another novel, which is a completely different place. It takes place in modern day Montana, on a
Oh,
cattle ranch.
I
So
love it.
I yes, I'm not quite sure how many more Fraser's Mill books there might be. I'm
Okay.
still figuring things out.
That is really cool though. I love that when, you create this world and then the people in it, it kind of has like that Gilmore Girls feeling. You're in this town and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's kind of involved and like you get to know these characters and then it's like, man, I want to know more about that character. I wish we would have had more on them. And then it's like
Mm-hmm.
enter the book on them, right?
Yes, yes, I love that analogy.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of a cool way to think about it, right?
hmm
That's awesome. And then, so what is the day in the life of writing for you, Ursi?
well, it varies by day because my regular job is a church music director.
Oh, cool.
So,
Okay.
so depending on the day, I have music planning and music practice and
Yeah.
playing for masses at my church. And so writing, I work in around that as I have time.
Yep.
So, on an average day when I plan to do a bunch of writing, I'll take my laptop someplace and just sit down and work for a couple solid hours on whatever it is that I have going on, whether that's editing or drafting or formatting or proofreading, just in whatever stage of the process. I just take my laptop someplace
Oh,
and focus in on it as much as possible for the time that I have.
that's cool. I love that. That's wonderful. And then, so since this is a road trip, and you live in Michigan, what are some things that you think people should definitely check out if they come through Michigan or are planning a vacation to the Midwest?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Um, in Michigan, I think, okay, some of my absolute favorite spots are like right up near the Mackinac Bridge. So right where the Upper Peninsula meets the Lower Peninsula, there are
Yeah.
some just unbelievably beautiful views there.
Oh,
Lots and lots of things to do. And I know it's kind of cliche because I know these are big tourist places, but they're tourist places for a reason, like Mackinac Island and like St. Ignace and Mackinac City and that whole area
Oh,
around there
yeah.
is just such a lovely place to visit. And then Tequamanon Falls in the Upper Peninsula, um, just this gorgeous waterfall, a set of waterfalls out in the
Oh,
woods.
wow.
I would highly, highly recommend.
Okay.
So I guess those are, yeah, my kind of top areas for somebody who was doing like a Michigan road trip and wanted to see something iconic.
Road trips. You usually stop places to get coffee or, eat somewhere that's very, very unique to that state. What are some different places that you recommend people, like maybe there's a really good coffee shop or really good place with a great pie or something. Where do you recommend people should go for their food?
Okay, that's a tough one.
Right.
Okay, well,
You'd only
if
have to mention a couple, not very many.
mhm, yeah, if they are in, if the people are coming through the Mackinac area, I recommend Kilwins for fudge and ice cream. It's again
Ooh,
kind of touristy, but it is a Michigan classic.
okay.
Um, and then if you happen to come through Kalamazoo, my absolute favorite little tea shop and writing spot is called Chocolate Tea.
Oh,
It's in like
cute.
Portage, Michigan, like right by the Kalamazoo area, and it has all of these incredible teas and bubble tea and the cutest atmosphere, and it's the best place to write ever.
Oh,
So
cool.
anyway, I recommend that.
That's awesome. So if people go there, they might just see Ursi writing her next book. But
Yes.
where did you get your inspiration for Summer at Fraser's Mill?
Oh boy. Well, a bunch of different places. One thing like the small community, I was very much inspired by the people of my own parish where I work and where I kind of grew up.
Okay.
It's a very tight-knit community, and I just love having gotten to know all of these people and the just really appreciating them for who they are. So that was part of it.
I love
Another
that.
thing was this is like a really random off the wall thing, but there's this movie called The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again.
Oh,
And
yes.
there's this guy in that movie played by Tim Matheson.
Okay.
He's a soldier and he has kind of an enemies to lovers relationship with the main girl. Anyway, he gave me a bit of my inspiration for Doc's personality.
Oh,
And Doc is not
funny.
like directly based on him, but
Yeah.
that was an inspiration.
Oh my gosh,
um,
I love that.
and then I guess for Grace, starting out as a school teacher, part of that inspiration was my own experience at college in California, and then my sister's experiences as a school teacher.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's some real life experience going into that, but again, she's not based on me or my sister.
Okay. And so in your own area, Kalamazoo, you said, right?
Yeah.
Um, for that area, are there any cool things that people should check out if they're coming through that area?
Ooh. Now this is a hard one because there are not a lot of like big well-known attractions in Kalamazoo itself, but
Right.
we have the Air Zoo, and the Air Zoo has like all kinds of like World War II like planes and all sorts
Oh,
of historic planes, and I guess there aren't a whole lot of these like airplane museums
yeah.
most places you go, and so lots of people pick that as a destination if they're in my area.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know about that. So, well, and then so where can people find your book?
People can find my book, Summer at Fraser's Mill, on Amazon. It's available in hardcover, paperback, Kindle Unlimited, ebook, and they can also find it on like barnesandnoble.com, walmart.com. I'm not
Awesome.
quite sure what other places it is because I am doing wide distribution through Ingram Spark. So it could be a
Okay.
lot of
Yep,
other places, but
that's
Amazon's the
great.
main one.
I love that. Yes. Well, yes. Well, I absolutely love chatting with you, Ursi. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for being who you are and for writing your book and sharing it about it online. And I was able to find you. So,
Oh, yay.
yeah,
Uh, well, thank you so much. It's been
most
wonderful
definitely.
talking to you.
Yes,
Um,
it really has been lovely talking to you too. So, thank you so much. And you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, you as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for riding shotgun on the Romance Reading Road Trip. I'm so excited that you're here, and I can't wait for you to see everything else that we have in store. Be sure to hop down below into the description and sign up to get your passport. You aren't going to want to miss it. See you later.